key challenge in education is the fact that when you confront new ideas, they often come in terms of models or theories. Someone who has a lot of experience and real-world connections is able to bring those models and theories to life.
Visual analytics is all about how you blend the visual with the kind of computational analytics that's traditionally been used on analysing large data sets. The GI Centre at the School of Informatics approached Transport for London because we recognised they had a difficult problem. They've got a large data set that describes how people cycle around London, but they don't necessarily understand the implications of that. So we're using these visual analytic techniques with them to make better sense of the data they already hold.
Before coming to City, I was a solicitor in practice, working with refugees and immigrants. When I came to become an academic, I came to influence policy around detention. I sit as a judge in the refugee tribunal, which helps me to deliver more exciting and interesting teaching for students. They can see the relevance of what they're doing.
In geotechnical engineering, we are interested in knowing how the soil behaves when you apply load, when you build something. The fact that I have industry experience, I think it puts me in a better position to think about the applicability of everything I do. And the students are much more motivated when we start the lecture saying, okay, we have to learn this part of the theory because this has a direct implication when you build anything.
I saw an opportunity at City University to run a scholarship program for Israelis and Palestinians to engage in some conversation across the conflict divide. This actually models something that is of value to all the students at City because it brings to life the academic work, the books, the articles, the theories.
Here at the School of Health Sciences, we were funded by the National Institute of Health Research to run the first ever UK trial of peer support. The idea was to improve the aftercare of people being discharged from mental hospitals who are often very anxious about going back home on their own. Peer support has been rolled out in the local NHS. Overall, it's been a great success.
My role in the classroom is try to drive them beyond surface answers, superficial answers, to dig deeper, to think deeper.
I really like what I do, and something that I try to do is to pass that enthusiasm to my students. We should always see how our research can have an impact in the real world.
People do not learn purely from reading or listening to lectures. They must interact with the subject. My research informs not just what I teach, but the way I teach, so that the students are finding out for themselves, as opposed to being told.